सर
लिंक शेयर कर दिया है।
ठीक है। रोहिनीश कह रहा था वो 2-3 मिनट लेट आएगा तो हम स्टार्ट कर देंगे तब तक।
बट रिकॉर्डिंग तो फिर करनी है फिर।
हाँ मैंने तो चालू कर ही लिए। देखते हैं उसको ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं, 2 मिनट और वेट कर लेते हैं।
रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन है।
हेलो हेलो।
हेलो।
सर आवाज़ आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है, आ रही है।
तो सर 2 ही लोग कर लेंगे, ठीक है। मतलब एक मैं कर लूँगा, एक शोएब सर कर लेंगे, हो गया।
अच्छा ठीक है।
हाँ 2 लोग ठीक ही है। सर आप कर रहे हो रिकॉर्डिंग? शोएब सर आप कर रहे हो?
हाँ यस यस मैं कर रहा हूँ। 1 मिनट देना मेरे को बस।
ठीक
मैं
है।
फुल स्क्रीन कर देता हूँ।
हम्म।
बाकी क्या नोटेड से सेट कर देता हूँ। ओके।
ठीक है।
हम्म। रिकॉर्डिंग के बीच में काम लग गया। तो मेरा माइक बंद रहेगा। ओके। अच्छा ठीक है। क्योंकि बैकग्राउंड नॉइज बहुत आ जाता है।
हाँ बंद ही
ठीक है
रहेगा।
माइक। हाँ माइक हमारा बंद रहेगा। ठीक है आदर्श, तो फिर मे बी 1 2 3 पे तुम स्टार्ट कर लेना, हम नोट कर लेंगे।
ठीक है। या फिर आने ही देते हैं रोहिणेश को, मैं भी 2 मिनट में 5 3 5 पे
ठीक है
लाऊँ।
फिर जब तक रिकॉर्डिंग भी चेक कर लेते हैं। ठीक है। तुम कुछ बोलो।
हेलो हेलो
हाँ
टेस्ट। हेलो टेस्ट
यस
1 2 3।
ओके ओके डन। मैं चेक करता हूँ 1 मिनट। ये बहुत जरूरी चीज है। अरे इसके ऊपर टाइटल नहीं डाली क्या कौन ने, मतलब
किसके ऊपर सर?
मीट के ऊपर।
है ना टाइटल, ये देखो। ये रहा, फ्रॉम रिकॉग्निशन टू इनकम।
नहीं नहीं देखो ना, आप मीट के ऊपर क्लिक करो, टैप टाइटल
यहाँ पे
ऊपर। ठीक,
ऊपर
कोई
कहाँ?
नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं कोई नहीं, जान दो, बाद में अपन एडिटिंग भी कर ही लेंगे।
ठीक है।
अच्छा वो चेक करे, आवाज नहीं आ रही थी।
अब आ रही है?
नहीं वीडियो में आवाज नहीं आ रही थी, अच्छा चेक करे।
हाँ अब आ रही है।
1 मिनट क्या, नहीं हर के बाद चेक करता हूँ।
हम्म।
हाँ आप बोलना जरा।
हेलो हेलो
हाँ
हेलो।
इंटरेस्टिंग यस ओके चेक कर रहा हूँ। मतलब मुझे हाँ अब आ रही है।
आ रही है ना? ठीक है।
यस। तो मेरे को क्या करना पड़ेगा जब रिकॉर्डिंग करते टाइम, म्यूट रखना पड़ेगा मेरे एंड से। ठीक है।
ठीक है सर, आप फिर म्यूट कर लो।
हाँ श्योर मैं करता हूँ, मतलब अभी अभी स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ ना।
बस कर ही रहे हैं।
सॉरी सॉरी।
कर रहे हैं सर स्टार्ट, आप कर लो फिर म्यूट म्यूट।
ठीक है ओके।
Hello, Professor. So we are waiting for 1 more minute, and then we will start for rest of the people to join, and then we can continue. Right. So I think we can start, and we can wait, and more people will be joining as the call progresses. So first of all, I welcome and thank you all for joining and taking out the time and joining this call. And I can see some of the people who, and this is fifth video of our 15-day series which we are running, and four videos have already been uploaded on YouTube and our platform, and this one is the fifth video. And thank you so much for the comments and the feedback which we are getting on the previous videos. And I can see some of the people from the previous sessions also have joined this call, and have consistently stayed on the platform, and their usage has also been very consistent. Thank you all of you for joining. So this today's session will be more towards the future of the community on which you all have joined, right? So and it is also one of the concerns in the daily life, right? So we all go to classes, we all deliver lectures, we all meet with our students, help them, mentor them, right? But apart from it, that is the life which we are going through, right? Apart from which, the thing which matters very much is also the finances, right? The career growth also. So all of these things we will be covering in this session. The tools, the more income sources you can get, right? How you can get, what is the importance of recognition. We have already uploaded some of the videos on branding, as well as how you can reduce your stress, right? So you can watch and see the previous videos as well. This video we have come up with, and this session is based on the, again, the feedback of the people who have commented on those videos or emailed us, right? So they wanted us to cover some part of how extra or how more they can earn apart from what they are earning as professors or as teachers in their colleges and schools, right? So maybe we'll be doing that. Maybe let me admit more people as they join. So we will be covering most of these topics only, right? So how you can earn more, and what goes behind in earning more and earning extra apart from whatever we are getting, right? So, and why this is important as of now at this point, and why this works now is because it complements the educator branding. As I mentioned, the branding video is very good, and we have got a very good feedback on it. So you can go, and that's the second video of our series. So those who have not watched it, I would highly request and suggest to go and watch the branding video, as all of these things will link up right in the future. So this complements the so to become you the top educators, right? So we pay somebody, we take the service from someone who we trust, right? Who we think that is the have the best game in their whatever they are playing, right? So we tend to purchase. That's a human nature to go to the top persons, right? So to provide extra services, to provide right, your branding, so your visibility, all of these things matter, and you should be on the top in that game, right? Second is that tackling financial stress and burnout, right? So burnout happens, right? So it happens due to pressure, time is less, right? Classes are more, administration tasks are there, but also the financial stress also, right? So some people are paid very well, some people are paid fairly, some people are not paid very well. So all of these things are there, and those are some of one of the reasons of the burnout which happens, and but how we have got, and by talking to people, and what we have got, right? So and builds our community vision, right? So why this works right now is because We will talk about monetization, how you can earn more, how you can do all those things, but what goes behind it, right? What is recognition, right? How you can join communities, right? All of those things we will be covering in this, and this is these are some of the reasons why this session is important in 2026. As of now, we are as we are talking, right? So if we come directly on to so we will go later in how you can like these are the top layers, but what are the layers behind it, we will talk about it in the upcoming slides. But one of the important things, how, because you all are very well expert in your own domains, right? So how you can, what you can do extra is what people are doing extra is that they are creating online courses. The famous platforms which we all know are Udemy and Coursera, but the people who are starting and they have not built their portfolio, or just they are beginners, right? So these are very big platforms. So apart from these also, there are smaller platforms and companies and providers who are helping people create courses. For example, if we have to, like, this is one of the examples which I am showing, right? So Graphy, it helps you create your courses, create your lectures, and then publish it also, right? So a lot of people, when we have talked, they have showed concern of how we will shoot the video, how we will so they have the knowledge, but how it will be delivered is their concern, right? So these are some of the platforms which can handle the queries, which can handle how you will edit the video, how you will shoot it, right? What will be the content, what will be the length, so what will be the structure. All of these are some of the one of the examples of a lot of platforms which exist, right? So I'm just showing you that these are also some of the possibilities. If we come to the next thing, right? So content creation also, as you might have already seen that people from your own domains, for example biology people, surgery people, or people in marketing, sales, or different domains, they have started creating content online, and these have started not just from blogs or the writing material, but it has reached to YouTube also. And why I'm saying YouTube and not like other social media platforms like Instagram or other TikTok platforms, is the reason because you all are professors and your content is very much educational in nature. You teach people, right? You give lesson, and those are the type of video which will suit on YouTube, on podcast, on long form content, right? So these are some of the reasons why educational industry people are shifting not on small platform no small social media platforms, but on the platforms like YouTube, because it can accommodate videos from half an hour to 1 hour to 2 hour, right? And these is the ideal or the average length of the lecture or whatever demonstration you are doing on whatever you want to teach, right? So these are some of the ways you can, and YouTube pays fairly well, right? So these courses we can do, we can start creating content, right? One of the good things which because we have also talked to some edtech companies, right? Companies who require assistance and consulting, who are building their edtech businesses, L&D teams, right? Corporate teams, they require subject matter experts. And when we have worked with them, we felt that was the lag, right? So they had good content, they had things, but the back layer of verifying that, they needed subject matter experts and consultants and educators who can actually verify those content. So we feel that consulting services are growing, and tech companies, schools, institutions, corporate teams, they need some of the verification layer of whatever they create in behind, right? And they pay fairly well. So consulting services is one of the good options. Things which we can do, or the people who are interested in research, they are publishing or quietly working in their rooms and are interested in research. There are a lot of government and schemes, there are a lot of grants which governments approve. For example, in India, UGC, right? DSC, they approve government grants for supporting your research, right? They also pay fairly well. And international platforms like Brightspace in in British, right? So all of these are a lot of platforms which provide you the grants and the research opportunities, which also pay fairly well. One of the things which is not covered here and is very important is creating digital products, right? What are these digital products? They can be, because you all are some or the other way expert in some domain, right? So maybe some people might be interested in accountancy, right? So you can go on the platforms and you can create your lesson plans, you can create your people need practice papers. So if you are experienced professor, for example, you have 10 or 10 15 plus years of experience, and there are professors which are new who are just joining and they're just beginning. So what you can do is you can help them, you can have one-to-one consultation calls with them, you can create digital products like books, like practice papers, and give them that, and that is teacher to teacher pay, right? So it's a scheme which is also recently being trending, and these are some of the ways, like ebooks you can do in your own expertise domain. You can create papers from, there are a lot of AI tools, right? So for example, if I have to again show you some of the tools, is like PrepAI also, right? It helps you create designed test paper, like structured test papers, right? And these are the test papers which you can create. There are a lot of opportunities there, right? You can download it, share it as an artifact on as one-to-one to teachers, as one-to-one to your students you are mentoring, right? Again, one of the good these this is about creating your digital products, right? There can be many opportunities. I just showed you one of the two examples. One of the good things is one-to-one mentoring and consulting. Again, that this is for the companies, the corporate teams, but it can also work, and it is also working for the students, right? They need they have doubts which they don't ask in class, and then they look up for online for one-to-one doubt resolution or live tutoring sessions, right? So that space is also like doing very well, and platforms like Preply, other platforms, Doubtnut, they're paying fairly well, and what you have to do is just to sign up and share your demo tutorial and get approval, and then start earning, just start solving their doubts. Check, you all know check, right? So all of these platforms work on this, and the problem which we have encountered while talking to other professors is that the problem is procrastination, right? They first, at the first step, they don't go and sign up. They feel that okay, it will be time waste, it will not pay that well, right? So, and the people who are doing good, the difference between them is that they have just taken the first step, right? So that is what we can all do from these, right? So online, if I have to summarize whatever we have covered till now, like online courses we can create, we don't have to worry about editing, right? It will be managed by the platforms. There are platforms which can do, and they are not very big platforms, and your credibility will slowly increase. And content creation, right? As I mentioned, on YouTube, on blogs, whatever you are comfortable on. Consulting services to edtech companies, L&D teams, right? Research and grants, tutoring, right? And then creating your digital products. Now if I have to uh, talk about, you have created your courses, you have created your content, and all these things have been done, but what after that, what you will do? So there comes the next stage, right? So you have to be visible, you have to be recognized by others, you have to be trusted by others. So for that, you need to join communities, you need to join spaces where relevant people are, where people appreciate your work also, where people see your work also, and then they are, as slowly and slowly as you build your rapport, they will start acknowledging you. And if some people want it, they will definitely, they will require your services, right? That is the way how you slowly and slowly build your rapport, and then start your business starts coming in, right? We will cover this slide after some time. So as we are talking about esteem, recognition, right? Why educators need esteem right now? So the public recognition, they have salary designation, but what they lack is the acknowledgement beyond the classroom, right? That is the core problems we are talking from our first sessions in the first workshops, and that was one of the big motivations of creating the community which you are using, PrepAI community, is that they lack recognition apart from their institute, apart from their classes, right? They work silently, but no, like there are platforms like LinkedIn for professionals who are in corporate world. They can post their work and people know them, but there are very less or limited platforms specifically for educators, right? So that was the good reason to make PrepAI community, and which you all are using. The second reason is the cross institutional visibility. Like again, you are famous in your department, maybe you might be known in other departments, but apart from your, or maybe you are famous in other colleges as well in your area, but globally you are not recognized, you are not visible. Maybe you are doing the best work, but you are not visible, right? So the problem is not the quality of the work. That is no doubt is the good, it's the best thing which you are doing, but the problem is the recognition and the visibility which is not there, right? So these things matter a lot when you want to have more services or incomes. There can be some side side income or freelance things or shortcuts which you can do, and you might earn fairly as well for a month, for a day, or for a week. There can be some contractual work, but to sustain long time you have to be visible publicly. To get recurring services and recurring requests, you have to be visible and you have to be trustworthy, and that trust comes from like proof of expertise, right? So you created all these content, and then you like slowly, and there are some different business models on which do you want to put it free, do you want to charge some little amount of money, or do you want to make it completely premium and have good amount of money. So all of these are the different models, and we will not talk about them, but the important thing is to start, get show up on those communities, and then start building your proof of expertise, start putting artifacts, start putting your credibility, right? And the credibility comes from whatever you put on those platforms. So those are very important factors in that. And the fourth factor is the career leverage, right? Without recognition, educators struggle to unlock new opportunities and advancement, right? So that was the core thing which we were discussing till now. So you can continue as you are going on, you can continue without recognition, without visibility, as you are already doing. You are getting paid, you are getting some salary from your college and institution, and you can be okay with that. But this session is for somebody who wants to do something extra apart from what they are doing, and who want to come out of that zone. So what we want to say is that monetization comes after recognition, right? So maybe we can call it recognition precedes monetization. So this is one thing we keep on telling in private sessions also to the professors we meet, right? So there can be some things which you can do, but to sustain long times, you have to be credible, you have to make it trustworthy and visible to everyone, right? So if we talk about what is optimized in PrepAI community and what is not optimized in the other platform, is we will go like this way. Like efficiency is there, we can save time and we can create and automate things, but what matters here is that as I mentioned, you can like you can use this platform not just to post content, but to as soon as you are posting it, as you are growing your content, people start noticing, people start commenting on your platform, on your posts, right? And then they start taking help. Slowly and slowly they start saving it, they start using, sharing it to the fellow people, right? So it does not happen from the first post, but it takes time. So it's the slow recognition and esteem which gets built on PrepAI community, right? It just not helps you to save time, but it helps you to be seen, be trusted, and be valued. That's the motto, right? And then what happens on other platforms is that as they have salary, right? You can get money, you can get designation, right? Workload, stress, right? Public recognition, visibility, all these things are there, but what happens on PrepAI, as you start building your profile slowly, the cross institutional visibility, right, the proof of expertise, what you can share, we will slowly go on the PrepAI community, right? So I will show you how you can put your visibility, how you can make your impact scores and proof of expertise, right? So these are some of the differences which is there, that these platforms just help you do take some actions and they help you very good in that. But on PrepAI community, it not just helps you take action, but builds your reputation, like builds your profile. So that's the main agenda and motive of this session. So as we are slowly going to the close, I would want to highlight it again, that recognition should be the first thing, but earlier we talked about income and how you can earn more. There are different ways. As we get more comments and more feedbacks, we can expand on each and every part, like how you can create content, how you can like all of the pointers which we mentioned, how you can create your digital products, right, all those. But I want to highlight it once again, that it should be recognition first, because it builds trust, and it builds your visibility beyond campus. And then like, if some or the other way, if your peers, if your students can appreciate, right, they can back on whatever work you are doing. So somehow if it can be community powered, the good thing can be student appreciating your work, or they say that okay, this professor is good in that, or they have very good class notes or whatever. But the best thing can be not just the students, but your peers, your fellows can recognize those efforts, right? So those are some of the uh, things which we feel that should come first. And then because you all are on community, yeah, so I want to maybe uh, and you are consistent on that, so maybe I want to thank you. And then I also want you to explore more, like how, what you can do next, and why you are all doing it, right? What's the longer term vision of it? So the longer term of vision of it is that you have to be visible first, and then make your work credible, right? Now maybe we will move on. What is this community which we are talking about, right? What happens here? And then maybe for the people who have not seen it, I would want to highlight that okay, this is what we have built. There are so many universities which are listed over here, right? A lot of useful material is shared by the professors, right? There are some posts which are very performing very good, right? So all of these things are there. And then you can, whatever the people who like, the professors who like, you can follow and see their scores, right? There are some ready to use quizzes and artifacts which are shared, which you can conduct quiz on your classroom, share it with your fellow professors, right? All of these things are done. There are things like leaderboard. So we were talking about credibility. So as we can see this, we can see the toppers of who are performing very good on this platform, right? They are ranked 1, 2 and 3. They have certain craft score also, right? This is on the individual professor basis. But on, if we see on community basis, a university basis also, so there are some universities who are performing right in some order, and they are ranked like that. So this is just not just to see who is number one, who is number two, but that's the core essence of what we were talking about, right? That if we are continuously on one rank two in top three, so people recognize it, people see it. And not just on the PrepAI community, but any of the community or spaces you are on, right? So people see it, and people like they slowly start trusting you, they slowly start trusting your content or work which you are doing. So this is the whole idea of any community, right? What you can more do more on, because you all already on PrepAI community, so what you can, how you can leverage it more is that there is assessment craft score, right? You can slowly, and this craft score is assigned to you, and is assigned to you by your impact, not what you do, what inputs you give, but how other peoples are getting benefit from it, right? So this is what you get, how your assessment is, right? So that is the score which you get. There is an impact journey, right? So what you can do is how you can think like this is that once you start getting, so there are levels, contributor, and not just in the PrepAI community, but this is very structured, right? As we have already mentioned why we built it, what was the motto. The other communities are not that structured, but the idea is similar. As you start getting into the authoritative positions, like you start mentoring people, you start getting these badges and certificates. People, like, again, they know that okay, there is some kind of a good thing, and we can trust this person, and we can trust this professor. So this is the levels which you can cross, and this is the impact which you can create. And what is done in community is that you can share any of the idea, any of the research paper, any of the artifacts which you want to share, right? So, and this can be, as I mentioned, when you wanted to create your digital products, you can create your lesson plans, you can create your test papers, right? So most of the people currently are sharing test papers here, but it's not restricted to it. You can share any books, any good article which you have read, you can share it here, over here, or any article which you have wrote yourself, you can share it over here, right? So that your peers can see it. And if you have to specifically talk about how you can share your test papers and quizzes, so it was the like the earlier the you can create from the PrepAI app, right? So you can create question papers, as I showed. This is how they look like, and then you start sharing it on community, right? And people can use it however way they want. They can conduct tests, they can download it, they can review it, whatever they want, right? So they can do it. So this is the whole idea of getting recognition, and then what happens after recognition, right? So as we mentioned, recognition precedes monetization. So yeah, so this is we are almost coming to the closing. So this is the link which you can use to join PrepAI community and get recognized. This is for the people who they are earning well, but this is for someone who wants to do something extra, as I'm mentioning again. So yeah, so grow financially, and then doing it not just alone, but to show also to people who are seeing your work, right? So this was the whole idea of it. If you have any questions, maybe I would be happy to take it.
Yeah. First of all, thanks, Mr. Adarsh. I believe it was a very nice session. I used to join, I believe, couple of last sessions as well, right? And finally, in this session, I got the understanding why PrepAI first. I believe it was a quiz generator, but then it evolved and finally it launched maybe PrepAI community. I was a kind of active contributor on PrepAI community, but today I got the understanding okay why it is it adds value, how it adds values in our professional career. So yeah, it was quite motivating and gave us the direction how should we proceeding, right? So yeah, very nice session. Thanks for it.
Thank you, Professor Rishabh, for the compliments. If anyone else have any doubt, please raise your hands, or you can put your questions in the chat box. Right. So I think we don't have any questions as of now, but if you have any questions, any feedbacks later also, these sessions are getting uploaded on the platforms, on the YouTube session, on the YouTube channel as well. So you can keep commenting and keep giving us the ideas, and that's how we are making the next sessions, right? So this was based on your feedbacks. The majority of the people wanted this type of session of how they can earn more. So that's why we did it, right? So if we get more feedbacks like this, we will keep on expanding and keep on making more doing such sessions, right? Thank you so much, sir.